Right, hello. I thought I'd do a video on the Cannas, various species I'm growing and what ones are doing the best, what ones are flowering, etc. So I'll start with one of my personal favourites, which is the Tropicana Red. Disc is so vigorous and the leaves get huge. Really big dark leaves, and you can see obviously it's getting a spike, so it's getting ready to flower. Ignore this, this is the Cosmea behind coming through. Right, so that's the Tropicana Black. I've got an unknown species down here, which is a bit of an interesting leaf. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a reduced plant I bought last year from B&M. So I've got no idea what the species is on that, but it's quite an interesting coloured leaf. Yeah, so from going back to the Tropicana Black, from one plant I bought 3 years ago, I've got these dotted about all the garden now. I mean, all my cannas I leave in the ground, other than if they're getting a bit clumpy, and I'll lift them, divide them in the autumn. Normally a big clump you can get 3 or 4 separate plants from, and then I'll start them off early in a greenhouse and put them out where I want them. Right, so that's the Tropicana Black. This is Canna indica, or the giant bird of paradise canna. So this is a plain leaf green with the red rim around the leaf, so that's, you know, a little bit of interest. So this is a clump which obviously I'm going to divide in the spring, due to the fact there's at least 10 stems there, so I'll dig that out and divide that up as necessary into 3 or 4 plants. So again, another Tropicana Black coming up there, and probably one in the background there. So we've got the banana canna, or Canna musifolia. Again, these have all been in the ground all winter. So we've got one there and one coming up the back here. This is the Canna Stuttgart with the, I'd say, nice variegation, but I always get a little bit crispy on the white. And the problem is this new leaf is a heck of a lot of white on it. They are really nice and they look pristine when they come out, but yeah, you're always going to get that sun damage on the white. So moving over this way, this is probably the biggest or tallest canna at the moment, which is another banana canna here, in the ground all winter. This is shot up to probably 6 foot now, that leaf. It's given the Musa Bashi a run for his money. There's that there. We've got a Cleopatra here, which is getting ready to flower. Another indica, which has got a big flower spike on it, that's well over 6 foot. Oh, let's not overlook this one here, which is actually starting to open some flowers. So there, that's the indica again, or bird of paradise canna. So yeah, nice tropical orange colour on that. And we've got a cluster here, which is, this is the true Tropicana, which if you get it right, you can see there's sort of a rainbow effect on that. You've got greens, yellows, reds and everything in between. Really nice leaves on them. They do flower. They don't never seem to get very tall, them ones. This is the Tropicana Gold. So green leaf with the gold or yellow stripes in. Again, I think that the flowers on both these, if I remember rightly, they're a yellow with speckled orange. Really quite nice flowers on them, yeah, speckly. Right, so we're the other side of this centre bed now, so another clear patch, and there with some real nice half and half leaves coming out. I'll leave these in the ground all winter. Never lost a canna through the winter. They were cold. I don't really do anything special to protect them. Maybe you know, you can put mulch on, or I suppose you could put sort of fleece over the stumps after you cut them down, whatever. But unless you get really cold winters, like I say, I'm near the coast here, so we tend to get it slightly milder, but we still, you know, winter we just had was, I don't know, -4, -5 for a week or two on the trot, and you know, several frosts. Everything still came up, so they're harder than you think, the old Cannas. So there's that there. So this is the shadier border. So I have got some Cannas. They don't grow quite so well due to lack of sun, but there's another banana canna there. Got some Stuttgart here, which is the variegated, which is slow, obviously due to the late spring and summer we've had. Another Tropicana Black, Indica, Canna mosifolia, banana canna, and even in the bog filter, which is feeding the pond, so the water gets pumped into a pressure filter and into this. Basically, it's a preformed pond full of gravel. I've explained it before, but I'll just go through it quickly again. So the preformed pond, literally from the pressure filter, pipe at the bottom with holes drilled in it, so the water sort of filters through the gravel. And then I've got a couple of spouts out towards the pond, so that's just literally gravel and water going through there, constantly moving through. And so again, banana canna. But again, the Tropicana Black is bigger than the banana canna, and got some good flower spikes on them as well. 2 flower spikes there. I will say I left this Tropicana Black in the water, in situ where it is right now, all winter, and it did not rot off. It grew straight away as soon as it started warming up, whereas the banana canna rotted out. That's a little experiment I tried. Banana, rotted, Tropicana Black, not a problem. So that's quite interesting. And then we've got some random, I think these are just F1 hybrid Cannas. These are quite small ones, so I left them as a clump. Looking a bit rough, but they don't get that much sun. And lastly, for the Cannas, I did grow some from seed from, again, I've got a small clump of F1 hybrids here. They don't get much more than a foot. And I've got some red F1s there. And they always seed for me, so I've grown some from seed. So these are the ones from seed this year. And I think there might be a cross between the green and the red, because there's a slight reddy tinge to the leaves as they come out. So these are all grown from seed this year, all the small Cannas around the palm here. So yeah, they grow quite easy from seed, as long as you can either scarify the seed or use the method of boiling water, which you literally just boil a kettle, chuck seeds in a glass, put boiling water on them for about 10 to 15 seconds, pour it out, and what that does is put micro fractures in the seed, because the seeds are like bullets, they're right hard, and that'll micro fracture them, and that'll just be enough to let them germinate easily. So yeah, that's a look at the cannas I'm growing. And like I say, the ones I did start off from pots and the ones that I left in the ground, there's no difference. This one was in a pot, to be fair, and that has got big leaves and that's got a decent height, but again, this one is in the ground, so it's a little bit shorter, but then some of the musifolia have done better from ground. Like this one is the tallest, ground all winter, and I've got a couple that I did start off in pots, and they're shorter than that, so I don't think there's any much advantage to starting them off that early, even on a year like this where it's been such a late start to the season. So there's another little red one I've grown from seed there. Right, so I'll leave it at that. A couple of daylilies there coming out. We'll leave it at that, and that's it for a little look at the cannas. They are a really good tropical look plant, big leaves, nice flowers. Can't go wrong, and they're normally pretty good price. And like I say, after a couple of years they'll bulk up and you'll have several plants from one. So they're a very good investment. Alright, thanks for watching.